Hey, yo, turn on the light. Let's go.
Jabari Small here, Vols running back from Memphis, Tennessee. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Scotty D and JW over at the West Tennessee Volcast. Make sure to go check them out on Facebook and YouTube and subscribe and hit that like button for those guys. Go Vols.
Welcome to the West Tennessee Volcast. I'm your host, Scotty D, here as always with my co host, JW.
Hello, Vol fans.
Big week coming up this weekend against the Ole Miss. Probably our biggest game to date, biggest test anyway, after the last couple of weeks of, two SEC blowout wins. Offense is finally clicking. Defense is looking great. If you hadn't already on our Facebook group, make sure to go on there, and we're having a little contest for a West Tennessee Volcast hoodie. Put your prediction in, and whoever comes the closest, we'll take a look at it after the game and announce the winner. So if you hadn't done that already, go ahead and try that. We've had a few contests already, and it's had a good response, went well. So it's all in fun. I don't think anybody got too close to that last one, 62 points. But that was unexpected. But it's nice to see us putting those points up. I mean, we're Hendon Hooker's playing lights out. Nobody would have predicted that at the first of the year. I think when we had a poll, I looked back, who people predicted to be the starting quarterback. I think only like 2% picked Hendon Hooker. But he's number one in the SEC in QBR, number 5 in the nation. I honestly think if we've been starting him since the first of the year, we'd be sitting at 5-1 right now. And the Florida game could have gone different too. So really good pickup getting him, and he's getting more and more comfortable with the system, and hopefully only going to get better. Tyon Evans is looking great at running back. We're just going to have to keep everybody healthy. That's the only problem, because we don't have a whole lot of depth. But Brandon Turnage last week stepped up for his first career start and won SEC Player of the Week with 14 tackles, 2 for loss. So couldn't ask for anything more out of him. And that was big shoes to fill with Theo Jackson being out and Danico Slaughter, because those two have been playing great. So should have everybody back this week, with the exception of Juwan Mitchell. He went down with a shoulder injury and going to have surgery, so his season looks to be over. And we really couldn't afford to lose him with the depth we have. But guys are stepping up, and that's what has to happen when injuries happen. Next man up,
Yeah, kudos to Theo Jackson. They said he was in the film room with Turnage all week. Knew he wasn't going to play. They didn't actually tell Turnage till Friday, but they studied film and he helped him out. And that's the life in the SEC football. You went from third string to SEC Defensive Player of the Week in 2 days. So
Yeah.
Good job, Turnage.
Also, Joe Milton, I believe it was on his Instagram. And I know we joke around and overthrow Joe and all that stuff.
I throw Joe.
Overthrow Joe. But he was congratulating Hendon Hooker. So, I mean, it's good to see the guys, they're all competitive. They all want to be out there on the field, but they're supporting each other. And, I mean, it'd be tough not to with the way Hooker's performing. So looking forward to the game this weekend. It's the first sellout since, I believe, 2017. They're going to do the checker Neyland thing. Opinions vary about that. Some people, we need to stop with all the gimmicks. We just need to win games, whatever. Hey, it's fun right now, and it hadn't been fun for a while. So, I mean, let the fans and the players and everybody have fun is the way I look at it. Same with the black jerseys. I mean, yeah, our colors are orange and white. Is it going to kill anybody for us to have a black jersey once in a blue moon? No. I mean, the players loved it. You can see their reaction from it. So I don't see a thing in the world wrong with it.
No, I don't either. Kids are having fun. He's really brought this team together. They're a happy group.
Yeah, I've been kind of surprised, a little surprised to see a lot of these players and they're not really trashing the old staff, Pruitt staff and everything, but that's been a common theme that they're all pretty much saying there's a huge difference between this staff and that staff. And it's not just with the players either. I mean, we talked about it earlier when we were discussing off the air, the adjustments, just the preparation. I mean, we're crushing people in the first quarter. I mean, I can't even call the stat, but I mean, we're just obliterating people in the first quarter right now. And that shows good preparation, making good in-game adjustments. They took their foot off the gas a little bit last week. I think they just came out so pumped up and they jumped on them so quick that it's probably just kind of hard to maintain that intensity. And
I think some of that's on the coaching staff too. I think they kind of called off the dogs a little bit.
Yeah, we had some injuries, popping up during the game, and we're already thin. So, I think they probably weren't nearly as aggressive as they had been earlier in the game.
Well, they better keep their foot on the pedal this week.
Yeah, they better get the popcorn ready.
Kiffin's coming in, and he's going to love to beat Tennessee if they do. And some people want to blame Kiffin. That was the start of the fall of the Tennessee program when he left them like he did.
Yeah,
so
and it was, but I mean, he's since said he would do it differently. He regrets it. He's got love for Tennessee. I mean, his son's name's Knox. I mean,
yeah,
he's going to be having them ready, and he's going to be pumped to be back here because we're definitely on his mind. I saw a video earlier. He's already blaring Rocky Top while they're practicing. So,
oh yeah, he's throwing jabs.
Yeah, it's typical Kiffin. I mean,
I believe it's going to be the type of game that whoever has the ball last scores and wins the game. I can be wrong. Tennessee's defense, I think, is better than Ole Miss. Ole Miss, they don't tackle well.
No.
I think our defense will outplay theirs, and I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think Tennessee pulls it out in the fourth quarter.
I think our running game will get whatever they want. I think they can run down their throat all night long if they want to.
If he plays that 6-3, 3-3-5 like he did, like Missouri played, Tennessee's going to run it down their throat.
Yeah, no doubt, and that might not be a bad thing because it keeps their offense off the field too. So, I mean, it could go either way. It could be a 50-something to 50-something. One team could drop the ball and get blown out. I mean, it could just go a million different ways. I think what was the over on it? I mean, the line was like 85 points or something like that.
Yeah.
And it could easily happen.
I think Ole Miss was 3.5-point favorite. Over was 85.
85 and a half, something like that. And I mean, it could definitely happen because the way our offense is clicking and we're getting some guys back. I like our defense a lot better than theirs. And I know we can score with them. So if we can prevent turnovers and play smart, cut down on the overthrows and drop balls, which we've done better the last couple of weeks. We've still had a couple drops here and there, which I mean, you're always going to have, a few here and there. It was good to see Jalen Hyatt step up last game. That was a real tough touchdown catch he made.
That was a heck of a catch.
Yeah, wasn't an easy catch at all. So hopefully that'll get his confidence up, and because we could sure use him. But Javonte Payton, 4 games in a row now with a touchdown. Seems like he does at least one a game, a deep ball. So
yeah, Coach Burns is last couple of weeks has went to a smaller rotation. He's kind of playing the 3 older guys, the most experienced on the team. And it shows. But I believe this wide open game coming up Saturday night, I think you'll see Tennessee play at least 5 receivers, and I think there'll be 5 or 6 catch balls. It's going to be a shootout.
I think it'll be big for recruiting too, because I think right now Ole Miss is one of our main competitors as far as getting some of these guys because they run a similar system. So, there's going to be a lot of eyes on it, especially offensively. Because they played like we do, fast paced. They're number 1 in plays per minute, I think, in the nation, and we're right behind them. I mean, just almost dead even with them. So yeah, it should be a shootout for sure, and looking forward to it. And Going to be a packed house. Should be loud. Everybody's going to be excited. Hope we continue that trend of coming out to a good start in the first quarter and don't get rattled or anything. I don't think the guys are going to be overconfident. I think Heupel's done a good job of keeping them grounded. They're going to be hyped up for sure. But, they're confident. And that's not anything we've seen from them in a long time. So,
I seen Caden Pope, a local receiver here, plays for Hardin County and Savannah, local West Tennessee here in Savannah, Tennessee. He posted some photographs in the Ole Miss uniform, and they're recruiting. Yeah. We're recruiting. He was in Knoxville last weekend.
Yeah, we had a ton of recruits there last weekend. Going to have a bunch there this weekend too. So hopefully we're making a good impression.
Scotty D, you got to see him play in person against Jackson Southside. He showed out. I know Tennessee's only got 3 receivers for next year recruited commit, but come on, Caden, come on up to Rocky Top.
Yeah, he's an exceptional athlete. Great speed. Just the threat to score every time he touches the ball. I mean, he's just got a different gear than everybody else out on the field. He gets out in space. He's extremely difficult to bring down. I was really impressed with him. I even posted, I think, one highlight of like a 70-yard catch he had. I mean, he was just coasting. He just made it look easy. So I hope we can find room for somebody like him. Like I said, we've already signed a few wide receivers, but the more weapons, the better, as far as I'm concerned. And Heupel's, he's stressed about keeping these in-state talent, so. And I know not everybody's going to fit the system, and there's a lot of factors, and they're not going to just sign somebody just because they're from Tennessee. But you'd hope they'd get their pick of the main guys from Tennessee. Not a lot of news on Walter Nolan. Hearing some stuff about Texas A&M maybe gaining ground, or some people even think they're the favorite now to land him.
I think that's all for show. This is just my personal opinion. I don't think they moved to Knoxville for him to go to Florida. I don't think they moved to Knoxville for him to go to Texas A&M. I think Coach Garner's got him up there for a reason. They talk weekly, according to Nolan. So keep the pedal on, but we need him at Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, even the ones that have verbally committed, I mean, we see every day, we see people, decommitting and opening it back up. So, I mean, until they've signed on the dotted line and they're on campus, I mean, and even then now with the transfer portal, I mean, it's fair game for everybody all the time. So, I mean, you got to constantly keep the pressure on, and they're being recruited really hard, and we're gonna lose people and we're gonna gain people. That's just the nature of the beast right now.
Yeah, I read 2 5-star quarterbacks are going to be visiting this weekend, and possibly a third, but it hadn't been confirmed yet. So Coach Heupel and them are keeping the recruiting game going and keeping the pressure on these kids and giving them attention. And hopefully we get more horses in.
Yeah, and some of our commits that we've already got, they're playing lights out. I've been trying to keep up with them and see some of, stats and highlights and stuff, kind of few and far between on some of these high school games. But Squirrel White, I think you posted on our Facebook group a week or 2 ago, he had a tremendous diving catch. He's showing out. Taven Jackson had a great game last week. I think he threw for 5 touchdowns. He's a quarterback committed for next year. Cam didn't. Yeah, he's playing great. So good to see those guys producing, and can't wait to get them up here next year and add to our depth, because it's amazing what we're doing right now with the limited depth we have, and you kind of cringe every time you see somebody go down with an injury, because you know how thin we are. So hopefully we can keep everybody relatively healthy the rest of the year.
Yeah, another local kid that we've had on the show, I think he's only 16, Marquez Taylor out of McKinsey. Yeah. He's showing out every week. Local West Tennessee kid.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns this week, 3 this week. I mean,
they're undefeated. He's making people look silly. I mean, and he's
Yeah, we
getting more and
need to
more
get him on Rocky
recognition.
Top.
Yeah, I agree. He's making people look ridiculous. He's making it look easy. And like you said, he's 16 years old. He's just a junior. He's got this year and next year. Only getting better and better. They're undefeated. They're blowing people out week after week. Super exciting kid. I mean, he's catching balls for touchdowns. He's running, 60, 70-yard touchdowns just like they're nothing. He's intercepting pick sixes. I mean, he's kick return, everything. I mean, he's all over the field and only getting better. So I know we're high on his list from my talk with him, and but he's starting to get a lot of offers. I know Kentucky just offered him.
Yeah, Kentucky last week.
Alabama, he went to Alabama. I don't know that he's officially been offered for him a couple weeks ago. He's got offers from Ole Miss, Memphis. He's got a lot of offers, and he's going to continue to stack them up with the numbers he's putting up. And congrats to him. And we want to see these kids on Rocky Top, but I mean, it's just great to see this West Tennessee talent getting recognized, and even if they're not with the Vols for whatever reason, we're going to get to see them play in the SEC and in some of these bigger schools. So we're excited for that. I know, go ahead.
We appreciate all of our local West Tennessee towns that's joined on our Facebook group. I've been seeing some people from Friendship, Bradford, Trenton, Savannah, even South Haven, Mississippi, Memphis. So we're trying to keep the Vols going here in West Tennessee. Nashville, Knoxville, they're just all about the Vols. Got a lot of exposure. There's really not a lot going on here in West Tennessee for the Vols, and we're started this group just trying to get it going here in West Tennessee because there's a lot of high school talent here.
Yeah, we don't claim to be insiders by any means. I mean, we get a little inside information here and there, and we appreciate all that we get, but we just do this for fun. We're fans just like the rest of you. We want to make sure we stay on top of anything ball related, any pertinent news, and pass that along to you guys. Join if you hadn't already. Join us on Facebook. We got a Facebook group. We're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. It's been a while since we put out a podcast, but we had a few technical difficulties, and I apologize for that. But I think we've got everything ironed out now. So we'll try to be getting these out more regular to you, and we just want to have fun and enjoy the Vols with everybody, with an emphasis on West Tennessee sports. We're going to try to shine a light on some of these athletes around here, and maybe get you familiar with some guys you don't know about. And if you go to the games, if you want to post pictures, videos, whatever, we'd be happy to see them. I know a lot of you guys going to a lot of games, and we've had some people go ahead and post some of those. So we always like to see those too. So feel free, especially this weekend, because it's going to be wild up there this weekend.
Yeah, we appreciate the comments, even the bad ones. I think last week some guy told me to put the crack pipe down. You obviously don't know a lot about crack. You don't see people my size on crack, but I appreciate the comments. Keep the comments coming.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of trash talk goes on. We try to keep it PG and keep it respectable. But it wouldn't be college football without a little good-hearted ribbon every now and then. And so we're aware of that. We got guys on our Facebook group that aren't even Tennessee fans. It's just they're just on there because they're from West Tennessee, and then they talk a little smack, and that's all right. We can take it.
Yeah, all the Bama people on here have been real quiet this week. I don't know what's happened to the
it's almost like they
in our group, but they've just gone to sleep this week.
Yeah, they're not used to that losing like we are. We're conditioned for it. We're used to it. So but I mean, even if we lose this game this weekend, which I hope we don't, I mean, we're perfectly capable of winning it. I mean, we're on track for 6 wins and bowl eligible as we stand right now, but everything else right now is just kind of gravy. But you got to remember that these aren't even Heupel's guys. I mean, he inherited all this, and we lost 41 players to the transfer portal or something crazy like that. I mean, half the team was out. I mean, only got like 71 scholarship players. I mean, the fact that he's doing all this with what we've got, I mean, it's a testament to him and a testament to players that stuck around and how hard they're playing, and they're being coached up. Defensively,
You,
I've been pleasantly surprised because we didn't know what to expect out of this defense, and they've been really solid.
we still got to work on covering the slant. We still got some work there, but we're a lot better than we were last year covering the slant.
Yeah, and well, I think I posted earlier we're number 1 in tackles for loss. So I mean, that's Rodney Garner right there. That's having that defensive line ready, and even with guys going down with injuries, I mean, the guys that are coming in and stepping up, I mean, there's almost no drop off. I mean, so we're gonna have to continue that because Coral is a really good quarterback, and we're gonna need to get pressure on him. You can't let him sit back there and pick you apart all day. So hopefully we can continue with that.
The linebackers, they're going to have to contain him too. Defensive ends, he does a lot of his damage on the run, scrambling.
Yeah.
A lot of plays he makes. So that's going to be big for this week.
Yeah. Well, that's about all we got for this week. Like I said, if you hadn't already, go to our Facebook group, put your prediction in for the score, and best of luck to everybody, and get you a West Tennessee Wildcats hoodie. It hadn't been really hoodie weather, but looks like it's going to get a little cooler this weekend. So maybe this hot weather's over with, and we can start getting into some actual fall temperatures and some hoodie weather. So best of luck to everybody on that. And again, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. And if you have any comments or suggestions or anything, we keep a close eye on all that. So just let us know. And appreciate everybody following us.
Yeah, good luck this week. Everybody going to the game, safe travels. I'm buying into the hype. I wasn't sold on Coach Heupel
on the hype train.
I'm getting on the hype train. So
yeah.
Good luck, and till next time, everybody, check us out: Twitter, Facebook, Spotify.
Yeah.
Good luck and go Vols.
Go Big Orange.